Hello everyone and welcome to Spills with Cash, where we talk about anything because we feel like it. Alright, so this is so random, and I want to preface this by saying this is not a podcast. I don't want to make it, I don't consider it a podcast because I'm posting this on TikTok, at least for now. Basically through this, I'm a yapper. I talk a lot. I talk so fucking much. So I really wanted to literally just make something where I can talk as much as I want to about different topics or anything that I feel like talking about. And this could be life rants or my dating life, friendships, or topics like today, which is going to be the election since that's so recent. I also want to say that most of what I say is opinion. This is my opinion. These are my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinion. There might be certain cases where I will be using my computer to look up things that deal with what I'm talking about in the video. But most of the time it's just me yapping about things that I am feeling currently. So I do not want you guys to think that this is so informative, and a lot of this is my opinion on topics. So please, let's take what I say with a grain of salt. But now that I've got my disclaimers out of the way, another reason that I say this isn't a podcast is because these episodes are not going to be super long. This is episode 1, and this episode is probably going to be 10 minutes at most. And that's just because that's what that's a good time for me to talk about what I want to talk about and say everything that I need to say. If it progresses from here, then we'll see how things are looking in the future, but at the moment this is what I want it to be and this is what it's going to be. I think that's everything that I wanted to say, so now we can actually get into the video. Okay. So guys, election. Let me say that this was such a strong topic to start on. And a lot of this is just opinion. So this was such a strong topic to start on, but it's Friday, November 8th when I'm recording this. So it was very recent and it's very prevalent right now. And I feel I just wanted to talk about it. I've talked about it with my friends. I've talked about it with other people. And I feel if I'm going to start this week, why not talk about it, you know? I'm so disappointed. And I don't want to say I'm shocked, because I had a lot of hope that Kamala was going to win, but I'm not shocked because I know the country that we live in, and I know the people I've seen and the way I've seen people talk on the internet. But it's still so baffling to me that, truthfully, you guys would rather have a convicted felon, a rapist, a racist, someone who's a very bad person. You would rather have that than a woman, not even just a woman, than a black woman at that. That is really low, really fucking low. It really just shows kind of how it is in our country, and how some people are that. We would go to such great lengths to prevent a woman from being our president because of this bias. It's so insane to me, and I just when I found this out, I couldn't even fathom it. Obviously, when I found it out, me and my friends talked about it. I'm friends with a lot of women, and specifically a lot of black women. It's really just seeing how scared that some of my friends who are black women, and even some of my friends who are non-binary black people, seeing how genuinely scared and upset and sad they were when the election went down it was not a great feeling, because there are people genuinely scared for our future, and then we have people oh my god, I saw this video the other fucking day, and it was this dude. I'm just gonna put the video in here because I can't even describe it, but if you see the clip, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. It's your body, my choice. And again. Men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling? Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it.
But yeah, like, the video was actually fucking insane, and I just I couldn't fathom the idea that a man would publicly go and say this online to people. Ho, is you cool? Like, I don't know. I just think that it's really insane that this is the point that our country is at. And another thing that pissed me off, the day after the election or when he was announced, I saw people on Instagram talking about, if you're 17 and under, why are you worried about the election? Why are you worried about politics? Go, like, your children, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck. That pissed me off, because my whole thing about it, obviously, people 17 and under, they're still minors, they can't vote. But at the end of the day, especially when it comes to teenagers, or just anyone, we're going to have to live through this as much as you will. When it comes to things like this, if you want to make it about age, and like, let's say, like, okay, you're 18, this can affect you right now. I'm 17, this isn't affecting me yet because I'm not of legal age. But in a few months, I'm gonna have to be going through the same shit that you're going through. And if anything, I feel like it kind of makes it worse to know there's this countdown to when things are gonna get worse for you. It sucks that, like, a lot of us don't want this to happen, but it's people like this who are making these ignorant comments, who are thinking that just because we're young, we don't get to have an opinion in these matters. When in reality, I feel like we should have an opinion on these matters, because, like, I'm 17, but at the end of the day, in a few months, I will be old enough to vote. I wasn't old enough to vote in this election, but these problems will affect me just as much as you, because compared to someone in their 20s, they've gotten to set up their life to an extent, or learn the basics of their life when things weren't as bad. And great for them. But people my age, we're gonna start going to school and, like, going into the rest of our lives during a time like this, when there are so many more odds against us and so many people who want to see us fail. I think that's a little bit scarier, to know that, like, although all of this bad is happening, I still have to find a way to fucking make a living for myself after this, and, like, still figure out what I want to do. And I feel like people who are making these comments are fucking dumbasses. That's what I feel like. Can you be so serious? Like, ugh, that was so irritating when I saw that. I don't know if there's much else that I have to say about the election, because, like, actually, you know, I will say, I feel like I heard Kamala's, like, speech that she gave. I think it was yesterday or the day before, but I heard her speech. And when I heard the speech, I was like, yes, she needs her 10s, because although it might seem like hope is lost, we still have to find ways to fight. I feel like not enough people are preaching about this as much as, oh, we lost, there's nothing we can do. Like, but there are things that we still should be doing to make sure that things don't get as bad as we're perceiving them. Donating to spaces that will be safe for women or Black people or LGBTQ plus people. We need to be making more spaces like this, or giving more to spaces like this that already exist, so that they can grow. I feel like there needs to be more participation in other government things, as in, like, other elections, not just the presidential. Like, after this, I feel like we really need to pay attention to things in our communities and elections that are happening in our communities that directly affect where we're living at that moment, because it starts there. And I just feel like not enough people are preaching about this, but I'm only but so old. Like, I'm not about to sit here and tell a bunch of grown ass people what to do. Like, no. I haven't got the time. Oh, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Like, I'm really gonna be using this as, like, to vent a lot. Like, I really will be using this to vent about life in general, and just, like, things that I'm experiencing at the moment, because I like to talk a lot, and this could just be helpful for me in that manner. I think that's all I have to say. I really enjoyed making this, and I hope there are more episodes coming soon. Please drop down some topic ideas that you guys want me to talk about, please, because I have a list right now. of things that I'm gonna get to eventually in the future. But that's just give me some more. Other details that I will mention before I go, I plan on making videos once a week and they'll be uploaded probably on Sundays because that's what I like to do. I love a good Sunday upload. Like back when I used to do YouTube, oh, that was my shit. But they'll probably be uploaded once a week on Sundays, or at least that's what I'm gonna try to do for now. And depending on my free time, I might be able to record videos in advance and just be able to edit them over time and you know, all that good stuff. If you guys like this, and if it gets to a point where I want to talk about more topics and I want to talk longer, then that's when I might spread it to YouTube. I don't want to call this a podcast because I don't really feel like it's a podcast yet. But if it becomes that, then great. But if not, then I like just being like this in a shorter video setting as well. I lost my train of thought, y'all. I don't remember what I was about to say, but I genuinely think that's all that I have to say for today. Like I said, please drop down some video ideas. Please. This is what I was gonna say. I know this is like a very bad first setup for a video. Do not judge me. Do not judge me. But I'm gonna be getting like a mic soon. So like if the sound quality is like terrible, like doo-doo water, like terrible, shitty ass today, know that it will be improved. And sometime in one of the future videos, I want to try and get a mic before my next upload, but if not, it'll be by the third episode. I promise. Yeah, I think we're going to have a lot of fun, or at least I will. And I'm going to be talking you guys' ears off, and I'm really going to enjoy it. So I think that's all that I have to say to you guys for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Spills with Cash, and I will see you guys again soon.
Something different about you. Love it when you hit and smack too. Baby, let me lick